This is episode 2 of our Pint with a Coach, and today's beer that we have here is called Fog Monster. It's from Rusty Rail Brewing Company, and Rusty Rail, if you haven't heard of them, they're becoming one of my favorite breweries here. They're out of Mifflinburg, PA, which is out towards the center of the state. So this is a hazy IPA, or New England style IPA. It's about 6.8% alcohol. It's a little bit stronger. But it's got a really good taste, really good flavor and everything. So yeah, I would definitely, any of their beers, if you're out, I would recommend picking one up, giving it a try, something like that. I haven't had one from there that I didn't like. Today's topic is sleep. So we're kind of building off what we talked about last week, which was just intensity in with your workouts and things like that. So we're going to talk about sleep a little bit. And both these all kind of play with your recovery and how well you recover. So sleep plays a big part in that. And most people that we find that they're just not getting enough sleep each night. And most people are probably functioning sleep deprived and really don't even know it. You kind of get used to feeling crappy, and that just kind of begins to be your norm, and you get used to feeling that way. So until you start getting enough sleep and getting good quality sleep, you don't really realize how bad you felt sometimes. So what is the recommended amount of sleep? We like to recommend 7 to 8 hours each night. Anything less than that, we tend to see that people just, their bodies, it's not enough for them. There are, a small part of the population that can probably get away with 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Most people, that's not them. They need 7, 8 hours, and then there's probably a few that could even do better with 8 to 9 hours in there. And again, the harder you're training, the more sleep that you're going to need. All right, so why is sleep important? What it does is it lets our body fully recover. It lets our cells and tissues regenerate. It helps our hormones regulate and kind of rebalance to a baseline level where they should be. Our stress hormones like cortisol and some other ones like that, it helps them all return back to a lower level and help them regulate a little bit. Most of us, our hormones are all out of whack, and if we just slept a little bit more, that would help regulate them a little bit there. We also see with people that are struggling to lose weight or build muscle, one of the first things that we'll look at with clients is how much sleep are they getting each night. If it's less than 6 hours, that's going to be one of the first things that we want to try to fix and get them up to 7 and see if that improves. A lot of times when they get to 7, we'll start seeing that they start losing some fat, maybe they start gaining some muscle and things like that. One of the things that we get asked a lot from people when we tell them to get more sleep is that they just tell us, like, I can't sleep, or I roll around, or have trouble falling asleep and then staying asleep. So what are some things you can do to get a good night's sleep? So the first thing we like to do is have a regular time that you're going to bed each night and you're waking up each morning. A lot of people, they'll one night they might be going to bed at 10, another night it might be midnight, another time it's maybe later than that, earlier, whatever. And then on the weekends, they tend to sleep in longer and things like that. But what that does, it just throws your body out of rhythm. So we need to try to keep it within a half hour every night when you go to bed and then when you're waking up. The other thing too is we need to have some type of routine in the evening to kind of help us wind down a little bit. For many people, their evening routine involves sitting in front of the TV, sitting on their iPhone, their iPad, and just watching something or scrolling through. And the problem with that is the blue light coming off of those devices. Our body responds to it a lot like the light from the early morning sun. So it starts to want to wake our body up. So if we basically, about an hour before we're going to go to bed, we just kind of stay away from all of our devices. If you want to read something, that's good. That kind of helps your body relax. Try not to eat within an hour, or really 2 hours probably of going to bed. Try not to drink alcohol about 2 hours before you're going to be going to bed. Some people say even 3 to 4 hours on that, but I kind of like 2 hours with that. That seems to work well for people. The other thing is your room needs to be cold. It probably needs to be about 68 degrees. And that'll help you get into a little bit of a deeper sleep there. Also, any light in your room, like a lot of people, they may have like a corner like night light, so if they have to get up in the middle of the night to pee, they can see where they're going or whatever. Those things really shouldn't be on. If there's like a street light shining in through your blinds or something, maybe get thicker blinds, kind of blacken that out. But you basically want a really dark room, and that's going to help you sleep better. Another thing that we see from a supplement wise that helps people go to sleep is taking fish oil each night before they go to bed. There hasn't been a lot of research on this. But in the past year, there's been a few studies that have come out that have shown that it does help people sleep better. But we've seen it with ourselves and with our clients for years that if you take fish oil before you go to bed, you tend to just get into a little bit of a deeper sleep. From a kind of, I'm going to say, a fitness standpoint of something to help you sleep, we do like some foam rolling and some stretching before you go to bed. Basically just some light foam rolling, kind of total body, a couple stretches. Usually I focus on like hips and maybe shoulders with that. Again, we're not getting any intense stretches, it's just some light stuff. Maybe doing each stretch once, holding it for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. What that's doing is it's helping your body to relax before you basically go to bed, which will help you fall asleep a little bit faster. All right, so with sleep, we want 7 to 8 hours each night. We want a dark room, we want a cold room, we want some foam rolling, some light stretching for about 5 minutes maybe before we go to bed. Stay off of our devices and away from that blue light. And then what this is going to do is going to help us get, better sleep, better recovery, better workouts, just feeling better overall. So that's it for today. So try to work on some of those things. If you have questions or anything like that, just post them in the comments section. And, we'll see you next week.